as you mentioned, because the people do like Moxley. And Moxley, after MJF walked out, then he takes the microphone and he starts the rah-rah speech. And Brian, would you care to hazard a guess as to what I thought about Plumber Moxley's live interview in this particular situation?
I'm going to guess. My hypothesis is that you didn't like it. I did see some people that thought it was incredible. I heard from people in the room who liked it. I heard from people in the room who may not have liked it as much, but I don't think you liked it.
Well, you'd be wrong then.
Wow.
Because I can't believe that I'm going to say this, but this promo was brilliant. This promo was not only the best. I mean, in one way, Moxley ought to quit now. He ain't going to top this. This was not only the best Jon Moxley promo I've ever heard. This was actually one of the best promos in wrestling, period, that I have ever heard for a particular situation. For the sticky wicket that they have found themselves in. And he was speaking to the smart fans and the people that are aware of everything going on. It was good regardless. But this was exactly what that fan base needed to hear and wanted to hear. It was great material. And again, I can't believe I'm saying this, brilliantly delivered. Not only as a babyface, he took responsibility for losing. He put the tournament and the guys in it over. He made himself the underdog and then vowed to take the shot and bring home the gold. You can tell he really wants to be the champion. He wants to be the guy in that company. Now, Jericho, that's the next guy that Moxley's going to have to watch out for, because right now, Moxley is probably the one that will stand in Jericho's way of being the biggest star in Jericho's mind. He knows that, more people know his name than most of the other guys. But if Jericho can figure out a way to talk Tony into firing Punk, then Moxley would be next on his radar, because if Moxley was gone, then Jericho could have the whole thing all to himself. But nevertheless, having said that, this was the rah-rah speech that the fans needed to hear. It was a rah-rah speech probably for a lot of people in the locker room. And for this particular situation, in this environment, with what all's gone on, this promo fit the occasion better than almost anything I can think of that I've heard in I don't know how long. And is it sooner or later a blind squirrel finds a nut? Is it because Moxley is wrapped up and he wants to be the champion and he wants AEW to succeed, and he came out with this because he sees the team is in need and this was his crowning achievement verbally? I don't know what, but this promo by Moxley was fucking brilliant.
Who do you think it was for? Was it for the fans or was it for the boys?
Both. It was for the fans and the boys, because and there's not a lot of difference between the fans and the boys in that company. But it was for both. It was him saying, as a locker room leader and a veteran, that's what the boys needed to hear, and that's what the fans needed to hear in his mind to keep the people headed in the right way. But it was great. I don't know whether he'll ever do anything this good again, but that's the greatest thing in my mind he's ever done.
They said that before the show there was a meeting that was kind of corralled, and the leaders of it were Jericho, Moxley, and Danielson, who I guess would now be the three of the active rosters and the stars in that company. We forgot about Danielson talking about big stars.
Yeah.
Those would be the ones with, MJF's still a kid, so no one's going to really listen to him.
Yeah, we don't think about Danielson a lot because he's hidden in the group now. But yes, Danielson, Moxley, and Jericho would be the names.
So I think Moxley is taking it seriously, in front of the camera and behind the camera. I think he's trying to, and if this causes Moxley to step it up and he ends up being good in this, hey, maybe that's a good development for Tony Khan.
See, now, this is the time where MJF, he came out and he put that performance on because he knows that this is his show to steal. And Moxley, he's thinking, okay, the team is in need. I got to rally the troops, circle the wagons, get everybody on the right side, the right correct page, whatever. I'm sure Danielson, in a less forceful way is probably thinking the same thing. And I'm thinking Jericho's thinking, hey, only one or two more fucking names to get on Tony's shit list, and I got this thing all to myself.